You sound better when you stop talking. You should learn to listen. Now, what am I getting at here? Let's do some Bible study on this. The first phrase in this passage in the Hebrew actually doesn't have a verb. This phrase, hears, it's actually not there. It just says a wise son and a father's instruction. Because in the Hebrew context, it was saying this is the natural domino effect. If you have father's instruction and it is received, then you get a wise son. Now, we have to put the word hears in there for us to get an understanding. The word instruction also means discipline or education. The sense of the word legitimately means instruction on how to do something. Now, here's the second half. You may not know this about the book of Hebrews or the Hebrew book of Proverbs, but every Hebrew proverb is in what they call a couplet. So you'll notice that it says the same thing, either a positive and a positive, or a positive and a negative, or a negative and a positive, but it says the same thing twice, and it's kind of like seeing it from this direction and then seeing it from that direction. So like in Hebrew poetry, you would say, our pastor Andy, he is the most beautiful. Yea, he is not ugly. See how that works? You got one of each. You got a positive and a negative. And so when you see this, it sounds redundant. That was the way they did their poetry. The positive is a wise son is the product of the father's instruction. The negative is, but a scoffer, another translation may say a mocker, does not listen to rebuke. And the theme of the book of Proverbs, and this is almost backwards in our culture today, mothers and fathers should teach. Culture should give parameters. But there is a moral obligation on the part of the youth to bring themselves up and learn how to behave. And to do that, they have to listen. Now, by the way, before you get too many amen in, if you are under 40, you are a youth in the Bible. Some of you amen less on that now. Because young men went up to 39, and young women went up to whenever they said. So it was their responsibility to take the father's instruction, and the only way to do that is to, what's the word? The only way to do that is to, you gotta learn to listen.